is off to a great start. Also remember to try on your series verse. The heart of a man plans his ways, but the Lord establishes his steps. What a great reminder for a new year. And also try to take the verses and truth for each week and apply that to your lives and how you can show love to others. Before we dive into our lesson, let's worship the Lord.
Trust in Jesus, just to take him at his word, just to rest upon his promise, just to know thus saith the Lord. Jesus, Jesus, how I trust him, how I proved him more and more. Jesus, Jesus, precious Jesus, oh, for grace to trust him more. I'm so glad I learned to trust you, precious Jesus, take your friend, and I know that you are with me, will be with me to the end. Jesus, Jesus, how I trust him, how I proved him more and more. Jesus, Jesus, precious Jesus, oh, for grace to trust him more. Oh, for grace to trust him more. Oh, for grace to trust
Good morning and welcome to the Bible lesson. Now last week I was talking about how things in movies are often based on truth. And last week I mentioned that in Star Wars there's an epic battle between good and evil. Now there's another thing about good and evil, and it was true in Star Wars. The Star Wars, the people that were good, the rebels, was that a great big force? No, it was a small force, ragtag, few people, always short of equipment and supplies, one base maybe. It looked like they should lose, didn't it? And what were the evil? It was a huge army, the Empire, with giant ships of all sorts, huge armies. Well, in reality, it's the same for the good and evil here on earth. Think of it Noah's time. There were 8 people that were good, and Noah and his family. And who were the evil? Everybody else. That's not many good, is it? Noah won though. And then there was when Israel was a nation under King David. Israel, one little nation. The evil? All the other nations around them. Yet somehow Israel always kept winning. Well, when they were following God. And what about Jesus with his disciples? Jesus and 12 disciples against all the Pharisees in Israel, and Sadducees, and elders, and the Roman leaders. And did that seem like a fair fight? No. Little small group of good people, huge amount of evil. And today it's no different. There are far more people in the world who are evil than good. Let me ask you, how does the good keep winning then? What is it the good keeps doing? Well, I'll let you think about that one till next week. As for the lesson today, though. Now, today's lesson is in Judges chapter 4. And we're talking about a star warrior named Judge Deborah. And you know what? It was just like the two sides, good and evil then. See, the Israelites, a lot of them had turned away from God, and so God sent a huge army and took them over from the land of Canaan. And this army that had taken them over had 900 iron chariots and a huge army and a great general named Sisera. Hi! And somehow, now that Judge Deborah is in charge, they have to win the battle back. Well, let's see what happens. So, starting here in Judges chapter 4, verse 1.
So, you are saying that his goat escaped and ate your prized pansies. So you won't give him back his goat? And you say that pansies are just flowers, so they don't matter? And you want your goat back? Well, you are going to have to replace his flowers, as they were not yours to destroy. And you need to return his goat now. It is not yours to keep. Summon Barak, son of Amminadab, from Kadesh in Naphtali. Ah, Barak, the Lord, the God of Israel, has commanded you. Go and march to Mount Tabor and take with you 10,000 men from the sons of Naphtali and from the sons of Zebulun. I, the Lord, will bring out to you Sisera, the commander of Jabin's army, with his chariots, his many troops, to the river Kishon. And I, the Lord, will give you victory over him.
I will go, but only if you come with me.
I will indeed go with you, but you will not gain fame in this battle you are undertaking, for the Lord will turn Sisera over to a woman.
All right. So he's been called, told by God to do it, but he didn't. At least not the way God wanted him to. So what do we have for our series verse here? It is, the hearts of men plan their ways, but the Lord establishes his step. So Barak's heart was not in going and fighting these people, was it? But that wasn't God's step, was it? He wanted Barak to go fight. Barak, well, he had his own plan. He didn't do that. He wanted Deborah to hold his hand and lead, because he didn't want to lead. And that's not going to go well for him. But you know what? God's still going to use him. Well, let's see what happened when the battle started.
Arise! For this is the day in which the Lord has given Sisera into your hands.
Oh. All right. Oh. All right. Oh. I'm going. So Deborah had to go and urge him to get up and fight. What kind of a leader is this? He's supposed to be the one leading, and Deborah has to tell him to go battle and urge him to get up and go. That's terrible, isn't it? Well, now we've got the weekly verse here. Now, it's true that God formed Barak's heart, or God formed Barak and caused him to be the way he was. But you know what? Barak refused to obey God, didn't he? He wanted to be led. He didn't want to lead. So, for today's takeaway, when I ignore God, He will use someone else. But you know what? It's not just that He'll use somebody else. That somebody else is going to get the blessings that God had planned for me if I refuse to follow through and do what God wanted. See, if Barak had actually followed through and obeyed instead of wanting Deborah to lead, then today's Star Warrior would be about Barak, wouldn't it? Not Judge Deborah. But here we are. Well, at least God got what he wanted. The army was destroyed. The general, though, he's running off somewhere. We'll find out what happens to him next week. And in the meantime, why don't all of you try to obey God and look for the blessings that He will provide you, no matter what the circumstances look like. Have a good day.
Cub. Come on. Move. Come on. I can do it. Come on. Come on. I'm doing it. Why'd you interrupt me? Oh, Master needs me in navigation? I must go. Master, you called.
Yes, Duke, we have an urgent mission. Look here. You see this planet? This is the planet Arachdon. I need you to go there on an urgent mission. We found one of the missing pieces to the weapon that Darth Paul is trying to build. If you can find it first, we might be able to stop him.
I will go.
There's only one thing that makes this a little more challenging.
What? I can take anything.
Well, on this planet, there's giant spiders.
No.
Duke, what's going on? Are you okay?
The long legs. The eyes.
Are you afraid of spiders?
It's too much for me.
Duke, it's gonna be fine.
No.
You're gonna be fine. You'll do it. God's gonna protect you. It's gonna be great.
I can't do this. I cannot do this. The spider's too gross for me. I cannot do this mission.
Did someone say something about a mission?
Oh, it's Dea, Duke's sister. I didn't know you were back yet.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. I'm ready to go out on another mission.
Well, I guess since Duke is too afraid because of the spiders, you can have that mission if you want it.
Easy. Consider it done.
Isn't there anything I can do that doesn't involve spiders?
Well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, there is something you can do. I have a mission that's perfect. You get to wash the entire spaceship.
Really?
Yep. And don't forget to get the inside as well as the outside.
Oh, fine.
3 days later.
After 3 days, I finally finished cleaning the ship.
Oh, well done. Did you remember to clean the toilets?
What?
You always forget to clean the toilets, Duke.
After only 3 days, I'm back.
Wow, you're back already, Dea.
Yep.
Very impressive.
It was pretty simple. I got the missing piece, slashed up some monsters.
Very nice.
Yep. If you have any other missions that he's too scared to do, don't be afraid to call me.
Master, I'm pretty bummed about all this. I wish I had the courage to do what my sister did.
Well, listen, Duke. God uses people who are ready to be used. This time, you weren't willing, but your sister was, and so God used her. But the good thing is there's more chances in the future. Next time, you can be ready.
Yeah, you're right. I'll be ready next time.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hello, boys and girls, and welcome back to another week of Miss Rutha's Reviews. If you're new here, my name is Miss Rutha, and this is where we get to go over questions from the lesson plan. We have 5 questions for you guys today, so if you get them right, for any question you get right, give yourself a piece of chocolate. We're going to get started with the first question. Miss Rutha needs to catch her breath here because, oh my goodness. First question for this lesson plan. What is the name of our current series? If you've been paying attention, you would know what this is. Did you get it? The answer? Star Warriors is the name of our current series lesson plan. What was the name of the Star Warrior in today's Bible story? The whole story was about her, so I hope you guys can get this one right. I'll give you some time to think. Did you guys get it? It was Deborah. Deborah was our Star Warrior for this week's lesson. What was the name of the evil commander in today's Bible story? This was the villain of our story for this week. So let's see if you guys can get it right. Have you guys gotten it? It was Sisera. Sisera was the name of the evil commander in this week's lesson. What is today's takeaway? This is something that you took away from the lesson. Have you guys gotten it yet? The answer is when I ignore God, He will use someone else. So even if we don't listen to the signs that God is giving us, when God is trying to show us something, God will use someone else because we're not the only people on this planet. God is using us to glorify Him and His honor and power. Last question. How many iron chariots did Sisera have in his army? Now this one is a big number. Let's see if you guys can get it. Do you need a hint? It starts in the hundreds. Did you get it yet? The answer is 900. Sisera had 900 iron chariots in his army. I cannot even imagine 900 iron chariots coming at me or just in general. Hope you guys were able to keep tally of your scores. If you got anywhere between 2 and 3, you are a superstar. And if you got more than that, you should be teaching besides me. So hope you guys enjoyed this week's lesson plan and hope to see you next week for another week of Miss Rutha's Reviews. Bye!